we know that our students need to be globally competent, but how do we get them there? I like to think about global teaching that helps our students to become globally competent as glocal, meaning that it is locally situated and globally connected. There are 4 dimensions of glocal teaching. It's situated, integrated, critical, and transactional. So situated practice, it comes from Lev and Wagner's community of practice, where we develop a relationship with the people around us, because learning is social. And when we can create an environment that is safe to take risks, where everyone has a voice, where we are appreciative of what we can learn from others and also share our knowledge with others so that they can learn from us, that is situated practice. Situated practice is also relevant to the time and the place of the learning. So that's where that local part comes in. It's situated locally to the place where you are teaching. So if you are in an urban school and there are a lot of different nationalities represented by the students in your class, you harness that as the funds of knowledge, the rich cultural knowledge that your students are bringing into your classroom. And you talk about the authors, the scientists, the mathematicians, the historians that are from those cultures that have contributed to the knowledge in the world, have made the world a better place, so that students can see themselves in the world, as well as see how what they do affects the world. And that's called reflexivity, when you reflect on your own actions and how they impact other people. And in local teaching, we think about how what we do affects the people around us locally, and then our broader communities, and globally, about how what we do affects people all around the world. The second dimension is integrated. So local teaching is integrated with the standard course of study. That means you are teaching the standards, and you are teaching students about the history, the politics, the science, the world literature, whatever your curriculum is, you're teaching your curriculum, and you are showing how your curriculum is already connected globally, that what we are learning here is affected by and affects what happens all over the world, because we are interrelated. So it's not an add-on, it's not just a one-off, meaning that Glocal teaching is not an international fair once a year where every student picks a country and they research that country as far as the food, the festivals, and the famous people. That's just what we call the tip of the iceberg when it comes to culture, and that's what we can see. So that's how we can relate, because we can visually see it. But there's more to culture that goes beyond the surface, what we call the bottom of the iceberg, that you can't necessarily see, that talks about communication styles, problem solving ways, values, beliefs. So when we do integrated global teaching, we don't just do it once. So it's not just an international fair once a year, although those are great. And I was in charge of the international festival once a year at my school. I'm not saying don't do those. I'm saying that that's not really what teaching for global competence is all about. It is integrated into every course and every grade throughout the year. It's also integrated as far as affecting the whole child. So it's a whole child approach where we're talking about the students' cultural identities, their social and emotional learning, and their academic learning. Glocal teaching comes from a critical frame. So that means that we are thinking about power and privilege. We are trying to build empathy in our students. Empathy is taking a critical frame where the humanity in me reaches out to the humanity in you. So global teaching is situated, integrated, critical, and the last is transactional. And transactional is a combination of two words. So transformational pedagogy and intercultural collaboration. And put those together and you have transactional. So if I interact with you, that may not come from a place of equality. Transactional, according to Wallstrom, means that it has to be a place of equality. So if I have a transaction in a store, I give you the equal amount of money that what I am getting is worth. So I give you what you need and you give me what I need. And so there's a transaction, there's a give and take from both parties. And so when we are involved in intercultural collaboration, this is a way for our students to experience other cultures. So it's experiential learning. And we are using an inquiry process where the students from different cultures are constructing knowledge together in a way that is mutually beneficial to both parties. So it is not charity. It is not, we will collect money and send it to this country. It is that we will learn from you and you will learn from us, and we will have open dialogue amongst each other. So again, teaching for global competence is situated, integrated, critical, and transactional.